with ranged offlane, no stuns. You're against heroes like Ember. You have probably like one combo of the Mirana arrow, but then a Baton shield for it. So it's definitely going to come down to, is it going to pay off enough in the early game to warrant the lack of stuns? He still feels like the same hero, but at the same time, you're just right-clicking for 20 to 30 damage less in the mid game, and it's hard to gauge exactly how much that impacts, and it could just be explaining the win rate.
We'll see how it goes. I mean, how does the mid matchup play out between these two?
Ember free farms, in my experience. You know, I'm not as well versed as Gunner in how all these play out, but Ember is a hero that I feel like as long as he's not hard countered in lane, he's super happy. Pango's not going to lose by any means, but the Ember Spirit's mid-game presence is what I'm looking out for, because if Viper's going to be winning bottom lane, I think it really boils down to, will Laurel have that one rotation that opens up space for Radahn?
And because in terms of this bottom lane, as the Monkey King for Radahn, what is his goal going to be? You know, considering he knows this is going to be tough, you know, what are you trying to at least get from this laning stage?
Exactly what he's doing, where you're going to boundless strike for as many creeps as you need to, and you might even see a 0-point passive Monkey King at some point in this laning stage. Since the jungle camps behind the carry are no longer small and medium camps, Monkey King not a hero that can farm ancients. We're going to have to see some creative adjustments from him.
There it is. Level 2 poison attack. Start to get pretty nasty for Radahn. The mid lane matchup, 16 for 6 against the 14 for 6, so staying very, very even right now. In the top lane, Skeeter getting a little bit more out of the lane than Collapses, so indeed having that slightly preferable time.
One thing about these two mid laners is it's hard to... Oh, as a... Nope. The Orb of Destruction, or Orb of Corruption change, I think heavily favored both these guys. They much prefer the minus armor opposed to the damage over top.
Try and go in for some action. Snakey's able to get the leap off in time, but ends up ticking out to Rue. Skeeter, can he find Rue in return? He can't. Rue is going to be fine. Skeeter with the plasma field does finish off the job, but Skeeter, he takes a lot of damage for this. Collapse is going to be able to chase him out a little bit, but the salve is there for Skeeter, so Collapse won't worry about chasing any further. This ends up being the 1-for-1.
This was not the lane I was expecting kills. I was more so expecting in the bottom lane, but Radahn is doing the 2 points jump. He clears out that wave.
I mean, he's getting the boundless strike down onto Crit, and he's going to be saved as well by the Cold Embrace. They even get the good fear pushback from Rue onto Amar. They're going to clean up both the kills. Brilliant rotation from Rue. I mean, it all starts off anyway with Radahn. Okay, does end up dying the poison over time, but he's not nothing said and done. This first 5 minutes could have gone a whole lot worse for Radahn. Other lanes continue to be very even. Yeah, mid lane's pretty much dead even. Top lane, still that slight bit of an edge for Skeeter.
Yeah, I feel like this game's going to ramp up based on the mids, because they're trading. They're both having pretty good games.
Getting that rotation coming in. Here's Radahn.
That's the level 4 rotation. I wasn't sure if he was going to do it.
I mean, they go for it, because especially when they see Skeeter step up as far as he did on that lane, it's just a very nice and easy move for them to make, right?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like, Yatoro, that's when you know you're experiencing Monkey King, because it's a hero with options. Muerta, who's probably going to go Gleipnir. They have Ember Chains, and they have Wukong's Command. If you just force step away from this stuff, and the Dragonlance allows you to position better around the Winter Wyvern's Curse, Abaddon, another hero you want to kite. Amar loves being a scaling, right-clicking core no matter what he's playing, and I also think the build makes sense this game, and it's been 10th pick Viper, so I think he's going to get to do everything he normally likes to do.
Somehow ready to make the move with the haste rune down bottom, but Radahn, he's already out of there. The ward down, did catch somehow heading over from the mid lanes, so Radahn's well out of there and might even be able to look for the chance to go for Skeeter top. They've got good vision down upon him. Skeeter, he's gonna get jumped here. Root is gonna have that extra bit of control. Okay, the fear misses, but it might not matter. The boundless strike comes down. Splinter Blast as well. Skeeter will fall. Samel, see what he can get in return. He's going to try and chase down Rue with the haste rune. Samel does still have the one down, the Rolling Thunder at the ready. And he'll use it to secure the control on Rue. As Rue, team is close by. The Rolling Thunder bounces. Hey, he's still alive here,
That was mid-swashbuckle, so it's on cooldown now.
That's true. He's only got a shield crash left on Samel to try and close the gap, and backup comes in for Rue. The shield's there.
No.
Collapsing now. He jumps up onto the... He's stuck. Oh, well, that just went as bad as it could have gone for Samel. And now Skeeter, I mean, he's looking at it, but now Radahn's up on this little cliff. He's going to get shielded. Radahn's able to jump away. The fears into Skeeter. Skeeter's dead. What the hell just happened, Brian?
I think a lot of people just learned that that cliff is somewhere you can be on the map.
Oh no!
I think about 8 players just learned that live in front of your guys' eyes. As yeah, that was.
Let's see it again. Look at this.
This Rue dead
break
shot,
it down.
crazy here. Oh, he already did. Oh yeah, now Laurel pressuring mid though.
He's got good backup as well. And Poshka, Amru in the neighborhood in case anything. As Samel's going to stick to the jungle, try and get closer towards the defusal. Still a bit of a way to go. And top lane, they've got their eyes on Collapse. Does have the skill point ready to drop into borrowed time. Necessary, and there it is. TP backup coming in as well. Collapse able to heal up pretty nicely, but now the borrowed time comes to an end. He's got good backup from Rue and Poshka. They turn with the shots over towards Crit. Splinter Blast connects. Crit's gone. Ma has arrived. They use the Moonlight Shadow, giving the chance for Amar to creep up upon Collapse, but they're playing safe here. Oh, that cold embrace. Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
That's a reporter.
Yeah, that is. Oh, it's a nice curse. Maybe redeeming himself with the curse, and you know what he did? And then recurse him. Again, it bounces over to Snake King. Okay, no report. No reports happening today because Maposhka redeems himself with the curse and gets them the 2 kills.
I would love to imagine the in-game comms and saying, hey, I'm going to cold embrace you here. They're going to kill you, but they're all going to die in
It's
return.
going to be worth it.
Keep going. There's nothing in there that says only once.
Yeah, we'll trust the wording in the client.
Because that's totally how Dota always works
It
reliably.
always does. Top lane, Snake King. Skin is here, but
No leaps.
Snake King's kind of dead.
Another one. He could have made it to the cliff there.
And Radon, he's turned up. Skeeter's going to go for the static link, but he's again heavily outnumbered. Skeeter's just dead again. Double kill for Collapse. He's 4-1-3. They're taking the tower. Spirit, they're taking over this early game. And I thought they were the ones meant to be losing lanes, Brian. What's going on?
Yeah, I think this is a bit of uncharacteristic panicky moves from Falcons. Like I said, their strongest hero is Viper, who doesn't really make plays. And if they just play for the counterattack, right, when Spirit perhaps overextends a bit too much, rather they're trying to make these aggressive plays to alleviate the pressure that's on Skeeter, but like Abad is a really hard hero to gank. He's also got amazing backup from the Wyvern. And Crit.
And they're going for the setup with the curse. I mean, it's going to work out. Boundless strikes in. They'll get the kill. Amar does turn with the Viper strike on towards Radon. Radon's in trouble. So he's going to die for this one.
These counter plays are what they need to be going for. This is good. This is totally worth it for them there on the side of Falcons, that is.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very aggressive move, really, from Spirit using the curse to set up on a poor old Clockwork. Yeah, cost them their carry's life. Maybe Spirit can continue, though, to make this trade another one that works out if this wraparound from Lal and Rue catches Amar out, because Amar is being spammed down by the Splinter Blast. He should be pretty dead. Slight change connects. They're going to find him. So again, you know what? Maposhka's saying, hey, it's worth it. This is just big brain stuff from the Wyvern. I mean, he's 3-0-10. I'd trust him right now if I was on Spirit. He's crushing the game.
He's got 1,600 gold on top of his mana boots. That is insane. He's almost the same net worth as Skeeter. He's like 200
he's crushed
gold off of the net worth of Skeeter.
Top lane. Collapse has got the borrowed time. He's getting TP backup coming in as well.
This took, I think.
Backup's on the way. They do trap him in the cogs. They'll get the kill. They should be able to get out. Samel was here as well, just in case Spirit did bring in further numbers to try and punish Crit and Skeeter. So this time Falcons, they're able to make a move, get the kill. They don't lose anything for it.
Yeah, I like that after having seen what all happened bottom.
Just queued up on the Razor. He's gone away from it now. But definitely identifying that it's not an easy start to the game for him.
I genuinely believe those type of kills alter that decision making, where you're like, I'm going to need to recover, but suddenly I might actually have enough items to contribute to the mid game because of that. And I like the switch up here because suddenly he feels strong. Oddly enough, I'm looking at his inventory. Doesn't look half bad.
Lal. Teasing around with Amar. They're going to drop the Wukong's command and go for him here. As Amar, he's going to be in trouble. The curse
saved temporarily.
Yeah, he should be dead after this curse comes to an end, and indeed he is. Samel will try and find something in return. Gets the Rolling Thunder connects over towards Radon, but the Rolling Thunder's now come to an end. He's got the Swashbuckler down to low ground, but a perfect primal spring from Radon chases Samel down. The slight changes there into the Boundless Strike. They kill off Samel on top of Amar.
And no trade to be had there. On the side of Falcons, they're not farming anywhere. They even reacted to this with Skeeter and Snake King.
And they get like a nice one.
And he's even got the Orb of Destruction neutral. Another huge buff to Ember, by the way.
But catch it. With the City of Lal with the slight chains. And a beautiful fit once more from Rue, stopping any chance for him to get the hook shot back to safety that he was going for there. Crit gets interrupted.
Is under attack.
Already Miposhka looking for some deep play. And Falcons is getting to the point where they've got to be careful leaving the high ground, and it's only 18 minutes in.
Wait, there's a Wyvern support wrapping behind your tier 2 at minute 18. That says a lot about the state of the game.
And level 11 Wyvern as well. Keeping on track with the cause. Just how kill heavy is. 4-0-12 again. It's 16 of the 20 kills. Miposhka's been everywhere.
I didn't even know about her Eldworm Scholar innate that shares the Shrine of Wisdom, granting 20% of experience to each of the 3 heroes that did not collect the initial bonus. That's actually why like all the heroes are equally leveled.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting.
Definitely accounts for something here. The mid lane pressure comes in. Falcons, they want to try and do something. Crick's the hook trying over towards Collapse. But Collapse has got the power time of the ready. Time of the fight. It's Crick dead. Falcons, they're trying to fight this. Can they though? Samael's in with the Rolling Thunder. Doesn't get the angle onto La. We'll find Radahn on the high ground. The curse is used to try to hold back Skeeter. Won't hold him back from killing off Collapse. As Collapse will fall, Miposhka buys some time with the cold embrace. Is be able to turn and get the glimmer off. In fact, he's up to the tree line. Miposhka's away. He'll live. As Falcons, they're falling low. They've got to start backing off. They get the trade, but the fight might not be over yet. It's Radahn with the jump forward. Falcons have to continue to back away. All things considered, it is a trade that they'll take. They lose the support. They are able to get the call, taking Collapse.
Considering the circumstances that they were down by 4K going into that, I think they're more than happy with that result. But Team Spirit, it looked like it was going to go worse than it did, and they managed to retreat to the Wukong's command to like play the terrain really well and salvage their, like, I wouldn't even say losses, but avoid a potential disaster considering their lead. Oh, the arrow! Oh,
it's the opening onto Radahn. Oh, the neutral! And he's out with the boundless shard, at least for now, and indeed the shield's out for Collapse if necessary. It's nicely needed as they're not able to stay on top of the Monkey King. Radahn's even thinking about maybe getting back in on this. From the side, Miposhka comes in. He's got Curse back up in a couple of seconds.
Neutral creeps are not neutral, Owen. Did you see that
Refusal, but Collapse. It's going to back out from this area of the map. In fact, looks to TP over clear the mid lane as the rest of his team is Spirit smoked up. Looking to see if they can catch Amar. There's the chains. They get the opening. They get the route into the silence. Amar, he's gone. Lean moves continue here from Spirit, 22-6.
Wow, he actually managed to snipe that creep wave and take the rune. That was pretty huge on snaking. That's going to prevent any sort of like further moves from Team Spirit, I believe.
The potential of having a pretty strong team fight. What do you imagine is the timing they're looking towards? That okay, snaking does get caught this time. Another setup catch from Lal. Well, if you're Falcons right now, what are you looking towards to be the time where you look to strike back as a team?
Oddly enough, I think it's all of these mantas and dispels that they need. These roots are just too much right now.
Is it? Oh, we got him. We got him. And Lali, these slight chains are always there when you need them.
Yeah, I think it's the dispels. Like, Amar needs this manta really badly. You see Razor's already got his, but I really think those early game counter rotations that Falcons had towards top lane, where Amar was free farming bottom, TP top, died to the Winter's Curse. I think that accounts for, oh, as we see another Winter's Curse.
And they're looking for the setup. Keeps him held in the Wukong's command, allows Radahn to get it down as well as the boundless. I mean, Miposhka, he knows when to drop these ults. It doesn't have to be some flashy 4-man multiple people, just for the setup. And it's working pretty much every time. At the same time, look at the down bottom. They're pressuring the tier 3. We're just 24 minutes in.
Yeah, this is a rare game where I feel like I say Amar made poor
he's got to have something to protect himself.
Is Crit going to go for the snipe here? I don't think they're going to meet. Oh, they might actually meaningfully contest as well. They've smoked up on the side of Snake King and Amar.
Middle tower is under attack.
It's just so hard for Falcons to approach this. You know that Miposhka is going to be looking for some beautiful Winter's Curses. It's the jump forward, collapsing over the side, straight away over the wall. Crit's gone. And Samael is rolling in. Getting up towards Collapse. Collapse. It's going to be fine. Borrowed time will end up going off. They just have to back off, Falcons. As soon as they lose a man, they can't fight 4v5.
And Amar's just half HP as well. Like, I don't even know what happened to him. I was busy watching Sumail, but it just feels like Team Spirit knows they can take long drawn-out fights. They don't have to overreact to any of these spell usages. Snaking might be going for his own steal.
He's thinking about it. He's gonna.
Oh, he tried. I
Tries
respect
a little late there. I mean, he went for it, but he didn't fully go for it.
Wood reforms the lane, and also Ember's a hero that can easily prevent you from using your Rolling Thunder by chaining you, and can also easily disengage your Rolling Thunder. So it's like one of those matchups where Pango doesn't mind it. He's gonna farm.
Crit is gonna try and get in on the fight. They just turn and kill Crit straight away. Crit's got some melts in with the Rolling Thunder. It's a good angle across the three of them. They're looking towards Radahn. The borrowed time goes off and collapses, able to throw the shield down towards Radahn. Samel tries to roll away, but he is clipped by the sun. It's the Orchid as well. The balance track on towards Snaking. Snaking's gone. Failed to fall as well as the three are dead. Skeeter is trying to fight back against Lal. But with Radahn by Lal's side, they can look towards Skeeter. Skeeter pots the BKB. He's bringing Radahn down low, but even if he gets him at once, Radahn's got the Aegis and the BKB. The curse is there from Apotka. Catches up to Skeeter. Now moves on over towards Zamar. They've had enough. They'll tap out. Team Spirit absolutely crushed Falcons in this game one, Brian.
Yeah, I think our main concern was Radahn getting out of the laning phase, because they did go for the, 10-pick cheese pick Viper to shut him down on ATF, and that rotation from
letting it go the way of Spirit, but playing it as the position 5 Abaddon. I mean, what do you sort of make of some of these switch ups? And in particular, do you believe in the Pango a little bit more on the off lane, considering the overall win rate isn't great?
This isn't something we've seen in a while, this safe lane duo, but Weaver Enchantress, that is just a scary combo promoting the Abaddon.
Oh, we'll see how that goes for them. Indeed, on this top lane. I mean, overall, from Spirit side of things with the draft, looking for instance, at the mid lane matchup. Obviously, last game, Samel did have a tough time on the Pango. Do you see him having a better time this game on the Ember?
Ember versus Lesh has always been an interesting matchup. One thing I thought about in this matchup is that in the past, when you had Mage Slayer and Ember, you would Mage Slayer the Lesh with Sleight of Fist and chains him. But now once the Bloodstone applies a basic Dispel, so if he does that, he's not a hero that generally reapplies the Mage Slayer, at least for another 6 seconds. So I think the laning matchup itself should be about even, but I think the game matchup is way more in favor of Lesh than it used to be, because of the fact that that poke is just not nearly as reliable with that Bloodstone slight buff that they gave it.
And this bottom lane you mentioned, you imagine Radahn's going to be off to a pretty good time with the backup of Enchantress against the two that Falcons have put down in the Hoodwink and the Pango. Nowadays, what do you imagine sort of the cookie cutter build for Weaver, or there's still options? Because obviously what the Gleipnir build up, that's gone with the change to Gleipnir.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. We might see like a casual Maelstrom. It's either going to be Maelstrom or the Desto Shard, but I have not seen any Weaver carries this patch. But both builds are still fine. It's just if you go Maelstrom, you're unlikely to upgrade it to anything more than maybe a Mjolnir super late game.
Top lane. They catch Snaking in the shards. And they have to be a bit careful how they go for the attempt there. Skeeter was here to stand by Snaking, make sure that they couldn't push for the kill.
I'm seeing this Aphotic Shield with the Facet pay off a lot against the Ion Shell, just doing a lot of damage return, and he's drawing a lot of attention to himself, so Skeeter should have a pretty chill time in the top lane, assuming he gets those CS. I just watched him miss one. But they look like they're just happy cutting on the side of Team Spirit. And Rue,
more top
shards.
They're going to get Snaking this time round. The damage to the level 2 Iron Shells too much. Collapse, he'll be able to get away. Skeeter not quite able to stay on top of the darks here.
Yeah, needs to go back for the creeps. Otherwise, he's just being inefficient. Really well played by Rue, just waiting to the exact moment that Snake King face checked the hill. Collapse is going to go back to base. He set his resources. Going to drag the wave on the side of Rue. Really good, like, just lane management by Team Spirit in the top lane. He might try to cut him off. This is the body block, though. He is trying to pull the large camp. That's smart. Nice use of the miscoil there.
Bottom lane continues to be pretty even. Very close start this time round. Let's see obviously what Radahn was able to do after a bit of a tougher start last game. This time going to have an even easier lane. And again, on a hero that I imagine when you're playing these Weaver carries, you can absolutely look for those twin gate plays as well early on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And Leshrac, I mentioned the Bloodstone build, but we've also been seeing other people, obviously, since they transferred the AoE from Bloodstone, as we see Amar getting gone, should be fine. They transferred the AoE from the Bloodstone to the Gleipnir, and so he's actually got the Atos queued up. And even though it's not as good defensively, obviously, against the Ember in the past, you would go Yules on Lush, but you also have to time the stun near flawlessly to land it on heroes like Ember Spirit. So I'd imagine aggressively, this matchup's also shifted a bit that direction with the talking about this Troll versus Darkseer matchup as it goes on. The wall illusion can be really annoying for him, but you have the Ags you build into to dispel the Ion Shell, and you're also meant to have a really free farming lane on the side of Troll against Darkseer. But this lane cutting, even though Troll's super happy up here, Collapse seems like the winner of this early game. 39 CS, super early mana boots, might be catching Snake King here.
Yeah, steps up, and Rue's got the shards, they're ready to trap him in. It's going to be another chance to bring down the Abaddon.
Even gave him the last hit. Good guy, Rue here.
That's the thing, when Snake King sort of strays away from the lane, it's not easy to survive. Like, Darkseer and Tusk, they'll pretty much kill him every time at this stage of the game.
I'm watching this Darkseer. He just leveled up, and that level up, Nate, was insane. He just got his 20% mana and health back, and it's one of those you definitely just have to feel out, and you have to watch it. Darkseer always been a sustain hero.
Dive here. Iron Shelled up as well. We'll see how ready Falcons are for this.
Yeah, I really like this pressure because you also have Miposhka farming mid lane. You have Radon free farming the bottom lane. So nothing lost while also making it a nice aggressive rotation.
Here we go. They're going to get Snake King for sure. And with the remainder of the haste run, the Brute's got to get out of the way. We'll allow Lull to pass through now. See if he can chase down Skeeter on top of this.
Oh no, this looks like this is deja vu for Skeeter.
I mean, TPs are coming in, but the damage... Ooh, the shot's actually not going to grab him, so Skeeter's going to be fine. Merlin with the TP turns towards Collapse. Not quite enough mana. He's got one more slight in a second. That will do it. So Sumail turns up, is able to kill off Collapse, and does manage to make sure that Skeeter gets the chance to walk out safely.
Yeah, that's like best case scenario, I think, for Falcons, because even then you have both mid lane and bottom lane being free farmed by Team Spirit. And even though Sumail does get the kill, he has to go refill his resources sometime soon before the rune comes out. Peter also had to go base. But compared to last game, where Sumail's no longer on a cliff, we'll take that.
Amar, ooh, Crit not able to get the follow-up with the bushwhack. A little off the mark, couldn't get the chain stun. So Radan's going to be able to Shikuchi safely away from the attempt from Amar's Rolling Thunder.
I like the attempt, but that's definitely a tough kill. They had a small window where Radon wasn't quite level 6 yet. He should be getting it from the creeps underneath the tower, and without the roll, I imagine they're not going to be able to take him down. A good, meaningful damage here, no fortification. Quickly uses the time lapse.
I mean, they've got TP backup. Rue. Ooh. There's a swashbuckle at the ready, but Rue's going to be ready with a counterplay. The snowball's there, closes in. The shield thrown out from Snake King does not save Amar.
Meanwhile, Collapse is just getting top tower for free.
And Rue, he's even got the shards ready to trap in Snake King. The bugs are out upon him. We'll look for a deny to the neutrals. Won't get it. As Rue gets the kill, Snake King not able to find the deny. I mean, Rue on this Tusk, he's causing a lot of issues for this Abaddon. 2-0-3. He's been everywhere. See some Maos. He's going to TP down to the bottom lane.
What's he intending to do here, I think?
It's hard to go for the kill. Just, by the looks of it, just going to soak up the wave. Maybe even just return to the mid. I mean, if Crit can get some sort of catch onto Lyle, maybe they can go for an attempt, but Lyle's playing it safe. Lyle's still going to stick around on this bottom side. Let's find Miposhka. Miposhka's got Rue by his side. Amarin with the swashbuckle shield crash forward. Nothing to be done to save Miposhka. Maybe Rue can find something in return. No, he's just trying to get out of it. Snowball towards the small creep. The chains. Unlucky procs there from Sumail. None of the chain to Rue.
That's patch that would have hit him.
Sumail, he'll return back to the mid lane.
Yeah, Sumail seems pretty invincible right now. They don't have any. I like that Snake King's kind of just his bodyguard here, following Sumail around wherever he goes, really enabling the aggression. Team Spirit's electing to predominantly avoid this for now, while applying their own pressure in the bottom lane. Rue is setting up. I don't know if they're going to be able to do anything to Amar here. Both teams kind of posturing and not really being able to dive. They're creating a stalemate that I think Skeeter's pretty happy with in the top lane, farming up that Battle Fury.
Look at the chains on a Collapse mid. Rue's going to be in with the TP. Bushwhack to follow up then with the amplified damage rune. Sumail, he's going to bring him down low, but it will bide some time here. Rue with the snowball picking up Collapse. But the sleight of fist comes in from Sumail. He'll get the kill. a little on the mana, but with getting healed up by the mist coil, he could definitely go in for more. It's not going to get the chance though with Spirit backing away. Another bit of action to kill. Find the damage. They're going to try though. Root looking for the angle. Amar playing cautious enough that it's not quite as easy for them to find the catches that like they were earlier on here for Room and Poshka.
Under attack.
They really want him.
They're going to try, but it's difficult. Amar should be able to get out of this one. Swashbuckle. There's the Rolling Thunder. They got the punch to interrupt it for now. Jumps in with the shield crash, builds the shield up. Vacuum to hold him in position, but it's still not enough to stop him from getting the ult off. And now buying time for Sumail to connect. Slight change, it's there. They can look to jump forward over towards Collapse. Collapse, he's just sort of stuck in the corner. He'll drop the wall onto Sumail. Rue's got the punch back up onto Sumail. Sumail, he's got to be careful. He's got to jump out of this, but he can't in time. Team Spirit, they turn it around. They trip up Sumail for the first time this game.
There's been some of the weirdest engagements I've seen in a while in both of these games. That one definitely matched the last one on the cliff.
Rue's out with the TP. He's going to spend quite a bit of time trying to chase him. Gives Lal a bit of time to punch into the mid-tier 1 tower. So, yeah, tricky moves there from Rue. I mean, continuing to sort of be the star of the show from Spirit's side in this first 13 minutes. 3-0-4. Crit. See if he can put an end to him. Gets the opening, dropping the blood grenade. Amar wants to come back in. He's pretty low. Trying to juke the sharpshooter. It's an easy dodge for Rue. He's fine. Dodges the slight chains as well with that snowball, but he should die for this one. He's going to get dragged in. How are the ways for Spirit to deal with a troll looking down the line? Like, is this an easy troll game? Is it still a bit difficult?
As we got the bottom lane engagement first, Crit might be getting caught out here. Really nice shards from Root.
And he's going to try and bounce himself out with the sharpshooter. Will manage to do so, but collapses in with the damage. They get the kill. Sumail turns up, slight change to hold back Collapse and Radan, but now he's been caught by the Rod of Atos into the stun. The punch up from Root. The shield from Snaking not enough to save him as Sumail falls. Amar will get the Rolling Thunder off. Shield crash as well, but still has to be careful with the amount of damage that's being pumped out by Lal. They're going to try and chase on forward, but the snowball not going to quite have the gap closed, but they do have the Atos back up under the tier 2, though they won't be able to push for it. In fact, Amar was considering getting back in on this with the Swashbuckle. Spirit, they'll back off. They're happy with what they got. They get Sumail. They don't lose anything themselves.
And my main concern is that they lack a bit of hard lockdown on the side of Falcons, for the troll that is, and they also have a lot of ways of resetting Troll's ultimate this game.
Sumail. Oh my goodness, the 3-man pushback, but does it matter? The snowball comes out from Rue. They turn straight over towards Crit. They kill him. Shikuchi over towards Amar. Amar gets the shield off, turns towards Lal. Will get the kill with the Swashbuckle. Amar finds the trade. Skitter's turned up. And he's ready to close it onto Poshka to slowly beat down Chantress. The Falcons, they make it work.
Okay. Who needs reliable lockdown when you can just get a 3-man bushwhack?
Radan on the edge there. He's sort of teasing around with Sumail. I mean, Sumail still has a remnant left to jump to, so he's out away from the Weaver.
Laurel walked into the river and then tried to dig up a water rune to regen in the middle of the fight. And Collapse actually did the Get Down Mr. President impression where he blocked Crit's sharpshooter to save Laurel initially. A lot of cool little plays going on in that team fight.
Shield crash to get him out of the shards. He'll be fine, but only just.
It's a lot of damage from Weaver with that neutral item, which is much more around spamming Whirling Axes. You're going to rely on that to spell, the Abaddon sustaining you up. And over time, he can definitely take him down. But they have a lot of damage on the Titan's Team Spirit. He has to be careful top. They're just trying to force a reaction.
Maybe even force the ult. Okay. The snaking here. Indeed, Skeeter can keep his cool and not need to pop the battle trance.
While bottom.
Sumail's in with the wraparound. Look to Poshka. And they should have him. Slowly but surely. Another sleight of fist will finish off the job.
I think these little 2-man squads from Falcons let Skeeter farm, use Snake King to allow him to conserve his resources. Primary source of catch on the side of Falcons for a long time until items come out. They're smoked up though, both sides.
See who finds who first.
2-man smoke on the side of Team Spirit with Laurel having the Atos, looking for the catch.
Could walk into a bit of a nasty surprise here, Lal.
Oh god.
He's heading up. He's going to see Snaking. He'll try and open up on towards him, but immediately off spots there with the bushwhack.
That was a weird play.
Yeah, that was a risky one. I mean, even if Snaking was alone, of course, had the borrowed time at the ready, so it wasn't going to be a quick kill for Lal. He's just dead.
No, we take those for Falcons, and we do the my bad voice line to your teammates if you're Laurel there. Not much else to be said.
I should be another one for Falcons.
Yeah, Maposhka kind of queen a little bit here. I feel like Enchantress, as long as her deaths look like they're a big investment for the opponent team, then it's worth it. But it's felt like really convenient to kill this Enchantress on the side of like whenever the Ember's there. They're gonna get a Roche off this, it looks like.
Now they are. Yeah, Skeeter's in there.
Got the minus armor from Tango. One of the best single target damage carries in the game. And yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that attack speed guy. Beautiful stuff with the bad influence during that ult. And he hits pretty darn fast. Uncapped attack speed limit.
Spells. And also a Batten. Maybe they'll even find some form of break to silence break Snaking, because he is pretty impactful despite just being a support of Batten. Not pressuring top as well.
They're looking to try and dive here in the mid. They found Maposhka. As these incredibly dead. Now Falcons at this point, they can make these sort of aggressive plays. Radan, yeah, he's just looking for the split push.
I like this a lot.
He's doing a lot of damage.
He's gonna get it, I think. Nice. Just in time to get out. That Deso paying off. Is he gonna try to kill crit?
He's thinking about it. He does a lot of damage. Not quite enough.
He's making him come back. I love this play.
At the same time, in the mid, they caught Skeeter. Skeeter was TPing back. They interrupt his TP. He does have back on fire
again, but Sumail's already here. He has time lapse. He could get out.
Yeah, it's a bit trickier with Sumail around here.
Okay.
Can't mess around with it too much.
I like him forcing them to show. Are they going to be able to do anything with this on the side of Team Spirit, like in the mid lane? It is going to TV back up on Poshka. Will they perhaps smoke? Nope, they're just going to try to make sure there's no dire wards around here. I like this. Yeah, I mean, when you're against Troll with an Aegis, a Batten type supports that are just really hard to engage into, the split push play is exactly what they need to do. I feel like Yatoro has always been one of the best at this with his signatures like Morphling. Weaver's great at it too. Absolutely buying time to just avoid the fight, because even though you're up by 3k, they've got Aegis, they've got the superior 5-man, I would argue, unless like they're clumped up. That's Rue.
Oh, they're gonna let's try and dive. They get the bushwhack connection in with the shield crash. We got a moment of safety with this snowball, but indeed the blink still called out, so not a chance to jump out. Falcons get the kill. Now get on with the push. Take this tier 2 tower away from Team Spirit.
Yatoro has no creep wave top. Sumail actually doing a really good job of cutting that wave. Outside of items is a no cooldown hero. This one's pretty low cooldown as well. What is it? It is a 35-second dispel. That's about the same as Manta. They have a nice timing here from Laura. Are they going to smoke up? If Manta on Radon, dispels galore against the Ember. Aegis time is out.
They're looking at Skeeter.
Careful, Skeeter.
I mean, this is a dangerous spot on the map to farm it.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
That's the my bad voice line in chat as well.
That was, well, as you said, like the Aegis expired. He was chilling on his own in the mid lane on Falcons. Are grouped up. About trying to make the jump onto Radan, but he is very slippery. The chains onto Maposhka. She's back to safety, but no, safety's not quite there. They get the jump in. Mars kind of stuck in a bit of an old spot. Finally breaks his way out of it, but he's just dying to the right click straight up here from Radan. The shield's there on towards him with a punch up there from Rue. They kill him off. Snake is borrowed times there in time. Sumail trying to throw Remnants to jump out, but he's slowed. He's still caught on the high ground, and now he's completely out of Remnants, Sumail. The snowball comes in, and we have to dodge it, but no, it still connects, in fact, after it all. Radan pumping in the damage towards him. Sumail gets shielded up, but the stone's there from Lal. He's gone. Skeeter pops the battle trance. He'll be able to find Rue, gets the root in, but he's getting dragged pretty deep. Is he able to get out as the ult comes to an end? I don't think so. Collapse moves forward with the Shiva's Guard. They have an embodied shield on Skeeter. Oh, no, they're trying to run off. Vacuum from Collapse onto the three of them. Triple kill for Radan. They're all dead on Falcons.
That was the final pulse of a stun. So I'm just doing the math here. The stun pulses every 5 seconds, and it pulses 3 times. So that was 15 seconds after the original stun.
Just
he landed a 3-man splitter.
Let's see this again. I'm just a bit of an awkward
But you're asking, they're way back in the game. Maybe sneaking this Roshan be a start. I don't think Spirit's going to let them have this.
Yeah,
they're 5-man smokes.
This is very risky from Falcons.
This is like the crash. You know it's about to happen.
Yeah, but they know they're backing off a little bit. They know they can't come in for this. They get the jump on towards Snaking. Borrowed time is there. I mean, Falcons, I don't know if they want to try and fight this. They just got to let Snaking go. They're coming in with the buyback. They want to try and fight it.
They're smoked up on 2. Top lane, meanwhile, somebody has to TP. Okay, anyway, that's Ember with Remnant. That's fine.
Mel's going to be ready to rejoin the fight. Spirit, they're heading up with the smoke to get the wraparound. Connection of the bushwhack onto Rue. Falcons, they're going to know what angle Spirit are trying to strike from.
Interesting choice that Laurel went for an Axe, because that is dispellable, and Troll has the Axe himself. I don't know how that's going to play out, actually.
The thing is that if Sumail wants to rejoin the fight, the remnant he's put down is in the pit.
Oh, no.
So it's a bit of a dangerous thing one to connect to. He's going to jump over the water. They're going to try. They look for Law. They'll catch him. They're in on top of the battle trance. Law, he's still surviving. They're touching the Bloodstone, but he will finally fall. They kill off the Leshrac. Now can they get more? Snowball 4 from Rue. And then the fallback vacuum. Again, Collapse getting them all completely grouped up on top of this wall. Skidder will beat down the bugs. They've managed to kill off a second, but Chris dying to the bugs here. Collapse to finish them off, but Skidder trying to run. Collapse and Miposhka, they're going to be ready to chase. Sumail comes in with the buyback play. How low Radahn is, they'll get him. The buyback pays off for Sumail. They kill off Radahn. They'll look towards Miposhka, stuck up on the high ground. Sumail will manage to find the cleanup and push back Spirit.
Yeah, I mean, Falcons, that is the dream, considering the network lead that as well, maybe for a teammate. And the game gets a lot easier to play. I also don't think that Team Spirit's going to give Falcons another opportunity. That was despite a 4-man vacuum wall, by the way.
It was, yeah. Collapse was doing his best to try and make that fight happen for them. Jump 4 from Rue. Looking for Skidder. Skidder's got the Aegis, very hard to take down. Jump forward to the side, Collapse is going to try for the chase down onto Snaking. They've managed to corner the Abaddon. Snaking tries for the TP. Lyle will clip him with the stun.
That is a dieback.
Rest of Falcons, they'll just use this time to get out of that. For 70 seconds at the time, the Falcons will have the Aegis on Skidder still. They will not have their Abaddon this melee racks.
Skidder's got Aegis still.
Okay.
Okay, that Leshrac's done. Keep an eye out.
Radahn trying to scout out the situation. Amar's in with the jump. They get the connection out towards Radahn. Radahn getting completely chased up, but he's going to get the time lapse on just in time. We'll get out to the start of the fight. Skidder put the battle trance pretty early. They'll be able to control and punch him up, take the Aegis out of his hands. The stun, follow up from the split up, catches onto Amar. Amar has to slide out in time with the swashbuckle. Skidder's got to be careful here on round 2. They get the follow split up again. The split up just completely ruining these fights. As Falcons, they don't have buyback on Amar. They're getting dove now up to the ancient. Crypt will die. Skidder, he's caught by the silence. Sumail just dead in the midst of the fight. It's a triple kill for Radahn. It's just over like that, Brian.
Yeah, well, to be fair, they did commit all in to killing Radahn and the Weaver. And when you troll ulti, when you Pango roll, they even disrupted the tough snowball initially, but he managed to get the time lapse off. You used all your resources to burst him. You had Aegis, but you didn't have an Abaddon.